The Nightingale of America, Julio Jaramillo. This famous singer, also known as El Ruiseñor de América, the Nightingale of America, was born in Guayaquil on October 1st, 1935. His parents were from Machachi, Pichincha. His father died just a few days after his sister's death. From a very young age, and encouraged by his mother, Julio Jaramillo, JJ, and his brother Pepe began to show their talent for music. One of their neighbors, Ignacio Toapanta, let them play with his guitars, and so, little by little, they learned to play the guitar and sing. His brother Pepe was always an example for him, and together with Pepe, they gave their first performance, although Pepe later dropped music for a while to dedicate himself to his philosophy studies. However, Julio was always passionate about music and never gave up this passion. Criticized by many, but admired by all, Julio Jaramillo was severely censored because of his love life, but he was also admired because his humility and talent. JJ left an ineradicable mark in various Latin American countries like Venezuela, Mexico, Peru, Colombia, among others. Life was very difficult for him at the beginning. He worked making shoes. When he was 18, he had his first child with his first partner, but the baby died 8 months later. During this time, he made many attempts to get started in his career, but without success. Later on, he began to work in La Lagartera, a famous bohemian neighborhood in Guayaquil, where musicians were hired to play serenades. He started out as a guitar player, and little by little, he became more and more popular. It was there that he met Rosalino, his constant guitarist, composer, and friend. While his image as a singer gradually grew, it was as a duo with Fresia Saavedra, a famous musician of the period, that he made his first recordings. The song which brought him fame was a pasillo called Fatalidad, and from the first day it was heard on the radio, it was a great success. In only 1 week, more than 6,000 copies were sold, and it had to be reissued, something very unusual in Ecuador. As a result of this song, JJ became a celebrity, and in a short time, he had recorded more than a dozen discs. JJ had such a special voice, which allowed him to sing the most varied kinds of music, such as bolero, tropical, tango, waltz, pasillo, joropo, and rock and roll as well. It is estimated that Julio Jaramillo recorded more than 3,000 songs and received 7 gold discs. His fame broke through national barriers, and he had fans in countries like Uruguay, where he was known as Nuestro Juramento, and in Mexico and Colombia, where thousands acclaimed him. The Nightingale of America died on February 9th, 1978. He didn't die of cirrhosis of the liver, or because of his crazy bohemian life, as many believe. He died of respiratory failure, and his closest friends said that he laughed a lot in hospital at their jokes shortly before dying. More than 200,000 people came to his funeral for 3 days, including famous people of the period like Mario Moreno, Cantinflas, Leodan, Pedro Vargas, and Alci Acosta, among others. They came to express their sorrow at JJ's death, which was also felt by millions of Latin Americans.